have salon-tastic hair at home, shampoo may not be enough. New Pantene 3-Minute Miracle Conditioner with Collagen to help repair visible damage in one use. Salon-tastic hair at home. Pantene No Rinse Conditioner. Bye-bye messy hair. Anytime, anywhere. Pantene.
Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Sun4U Radio. As you can see for the thumbnail, it's actually, I don't sound like Aelden.
Yeah, and I don't sound like
our new host.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my name is Chloe.
And my name is Nathaniel. You can call me Nath.
and it's the first time hearing you on air.
Yes, actually, I'm the audio tech guy. I'm actually the one that's setting up the audio.
Yeah.
So if the audio sounds really nice, it's because
all
of me.
because of him. Yes.
But yeah,
Wait. Yeah, there's been a bit of a scheduling mishap. So all is well. Today we are live on the 9th floor. So if you're walking by the student center, you can come and say hi. Wave at us. We'll wave back, I guess.
just don't disturb us.
Yeah,
because
just don't
we might throw something at you.
Just don't press your face up against the glass wall.
But yeah, you'll see the big red on-air sign just to notify that
Courtesy
we're on.
of Nathaniel.
Yes, courtesy of me, because I really just wanted a little something to spice up.
I mean, when I was standing outside just now, waiting for Damien to get coffee with me, and there was this bunch of people walking by, and they're like, "Oh my god, what's on air? Podcast."
Yeah, because when
catches people.
Yeah, when people see see 2 people or 3 people in the room recording, a lot of times are they on air or are they recording or
what are they doing? Are they just sitting in here and doing assignments?
Are they just not doing anything? So I wanted to make sure that when people walk past, so specifically know that
what's happening in there. Yeah,
and also for people to be outside to be a bit quiet too.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, if you're on the chat, you can just drop us some comments on what you want to hear.
Say a little hi.
Yeah, because today's topic was supposed to be embarrassing moments on campus.
Well, we can still talk about embarrassing moments.
I guess so, because I'm in year 3, you're in,
and year 2.
Yeah,
2.5.
Two and a half. Okay. Wait, which intake are you in again?
March.
So
March
2021.
21.
Okay, I'm March 2020. So
yeah. So you're a year ahead of me.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's been interesting on my end because I started online and then I got through, and then near the end of my first year, I actually came on campus.
I mean, you're lucky that you could experience something on campus in the first year. I couldn't. Everything was online.
Honestly, it wasn't really much of an experience per se because because I was doing semester 3 and I did music theory, which was eventful, and did Malaysian language and Malaysian history for my year 3. So I didn't really, do any hands-on work.
I forget that we have to do that.
But do you guys have to do that? Because I know as international students we have to.
I think it's required for every student here. You have to take I remember my first semester, I had to take that English class.
Oh right, yeah.
Which I was hey, in my mind I'm am I not qualified with my
But did they make you wake up at 8:30?
Yes, they did.
Oh, so
Love that.
That's a universal thing then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Malay class was in, I think, either the first year, second or third semester. I don't remember.
Right. Because for me it was in the 3rd semester.
And that was fun because we had to wake up so early as well.
But then what I found interesting, because as you guys wouldn't know this, but I lived in Brunei for a long time, so my Malay is not the best, but it's not bad.
It's not bad.
But then when I came to Malaysia,
it's confusing.
It's not different, but it's the way that you say it.
Yeah.
It's very different. I'm just wow, okay, that's different, because I would say, we say it like this, like I'm Brunei.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we normally say it like this, and he's like, no, this is how we say it. I'm like, wow,
okay,
that's kind of different, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that first time coming onto campus was definitely awkward for me, because I've been in an international school, so I have that experience being around big structures and international people.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So I'm okay with that, but then coming to a university, that's a whole different ball game. And it was one thing doing it online, having to do group projects online and all that. And I was okay with that because it just felt like an extension of high school.
Yes.
But when I came here, then I felt the university aspect, waking up on time, doing all that.
It's there's more responsibility.
More responsibility, yeah. And then even becoming a part of Sun4U Radio, it was it's not just online stuff. Now it's
physical.
We have to be here on time and all that. And then I know for some people there's a lot of clashes with schedule and all that. And then I think the scheduling was a very big part of But what was it like for you, like in your time in university? Because you started off on campus, or?
I started off online, but the thing was like I've been in Sunway since like college time, which is like 2019.
So you did foundation here?
Yeah, I did my foundation year here. Just one moment, because we just got an update on our technical difficulties.
Yeah, we got some technical.
What is the happening? It should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was working in that room just now. Just interesting.
I mean, it should be working.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, back to where where was I? Yeah, so I did Monash University foundation year, and then I wasn't sure. I took that foundation year because my dad was making me study like food science and nutrition, because like
nutrition. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
And then I was like.
Don't want to do that.
So like I took biology and maths just in case if I actually do end up doing it. Well, I'm here now, so hey.
Here we are, CMAT, Contemporary Music Audio Technology. But it's alright.
Yeah, and I thought that I would have my first year of university on campus, and then COVID hit, and then everything was online, and I was like, oh damn, okay.
Because for me, actually, I wanted to go to the US at first, and I was like, really looking forward. Oh, I'm gonna go to Florida, right? And then, my aunt was okay with me staying with her, and so I didn't have to pay for dorm and all that. So I was like, can't wait.
I feel you.
And then,
yeah.
Boom, COVID.
Yeah, COVID happened.
And I'm just like, oh, shoot.
Everyone's plans changed.
Yeah, and then I was like, I still wanted to go, but then at the same time, my mom was like, no, you should just, go to somewhere close by, because we were living at Brunei at the time. And then to move all the way to the US in midst of a pandemic was a bit much. So she was like, just stay around Asia. So I was like, okay. And then she said that she knows some people that have gone to Sunway and they have a good music program. So I was just like,
all right,
why not, right? Just why not?
I mean, the music program is pretty fresh, I would say, because like before I did the foundation year here, like in Sunway College, I went to those like education fairs, and like I think it's like 2016 or 2017 where they actually like introduced the course, so it's pretty like brand new. Because I think now like things that I learned, like classes that I have, you guys probably don't have.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of things that have changed, like especially for one of your classes where you get to like pick the song that you want to orchestrate and all that.
Yeah.
But then for us, our lecturers pretty much stipulated what songs we can use.
I think they just like, I don't want to say we're guinea pigs, but it happens,
but then
like
the thing is
structure like changes.
It always feels like that for a senior, because I felt like that when I was back in high school, and then basically that was the time when they were giving out like iPads to students. So we got like iPads, and then we're just like, we looked at our seniors who got iPads first. We're like, oh my god, look at them, they're so cool. They get iPads, and we always see them like playing games and whatever before the school Wi-Fi like blocked everything.
Oh shit, okay.
But they're playing games and all that, and we're like, oh man, can't wait to have iPads. And then we got iPads and we never used them.
Damn.
But then, since we never used them, 2 years our junior, they got to have Chromebooks. And we're just like, what? How comes they got computers and we had to stick with like typing on?
It'd be like that, huh?
Oh,
a little tablet.
And the little tablet,
Fingers.
and then people had their like little keyboard attachments and all that. And then these kids, they get computers. What?
Damn.
We couldn't even pull out our phones. And these kids could have
computers.
I'm just like, yo, this feels like we were the guinea pigs, because they realized, they don't really use the iPads.
Let's
much.
get them laptops.
Let's just make them get laptops. I'm like, what? That's so.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just how it feels as seniors all the time. You always feel like you're the guinea pig, because it always changes.
Now thinking of it, even in primary school, where like, because I used to go to like government school like for 6 years, and usually they would like do like donations for the school and like to rebuild something. And I'm pretty sure like before I left they were trying to implement the smart boards.
Oh yeah.
And like it was installed, but like we never used it.
Yeah.
And then like right before like I left, that was when they started to use it. We're like, what? It's like,
so why do we have it?
So why are we paying for it? Like, hey.
That happened a lot in my old school. Like they don't get stuff, and you're just like, okay, are we gonna use it? And then they don't use it. Like we used to, as seniors, we used to always make fun of the kids. Well, not make fun of the kids, but we would always like pester them because basically we have this game in Brunei called handball, right? So it's like a 4-square kind of game, and then you have a tennis ball and then you hit it into, so it's like table tennis but in 4 squares. And then when we did it, we used like our shoes as lines.
My goodness.
We used like the floor lining as like, okay, so here's the line. And then we all like always argue about, oh no, it's a liner, it's this, and we're always arguing. And then when you're a senior and then you see all the juniors, now they have like covered courts with nicely even courts with lines and all that. And it's like, back in our day we used our shoes. We literally felt like old heads, just like, back in our day we had to be in the sun and you guys have covered
For real
courts.
though, I remember like playing basketball in the sun, and then
they got covered courts.
And then, and then we're just like, huh?
No, because it was, for our school, it was open courts, then they covered it, and then they made a whole like sports center.
Yeah.
And then it's air conditioned. I'm like, y'all have it so easy.
Y'all have it good.
Y'all have it so good. We felt like old heads. Just like looking at these kids, you guys get this, you guys get that. Back in our day we had to buy this ourselves. Now you guys get it
free.
Get it for free. But like, in your time on campus, what do you think has been like the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you though? Nah, like really think. Really think.
Like, okay, like, cause like, I don't think that's like embarrassing, but it's more like, because everyone's wearing masks, right? And you kind of like mistaken someone for someone else. That's probably the most embarrassing that's happened to me, where someone like probably waved at someone behind me, and I thought it was my friend. I'm like, hey, and I just turn around like, oh shit, my bad.
It's not you. Yeah. I know that feeling.
That's about it. Nothing much has happened.
Like it's happened to me like maybe once or twice where I would see someone in the dark. I'd be like, oh, person A, and they're just like, no, I'm person B. Oh, person B, I didn't see you there. I thought you were person A because you had your mask on. But I'm getting to know people a bit better to not make that mistake anymore. But I'll definitely say for me, one of my most embarrassing moments was for one of our assignments. The assignment where we had to get the band to play like the 4-piece horn ensemble. So we spent 7 weeks writing up our horn ensemble.
And then you had to record it in the studio.
We had to record it, so we have to give it to these sessionists, and they'll record it. And then I remember I told my lecturer, because I was doing it in a certain time signature, 6/8. But then my lecturer was like, no, it's better if you do it in 3/4 because they'll be able to read it better. And he actually did it for me. He went on and did it. I was like, okay, all right, I'll just use that because he's the expert, right?
Yeah.
So came day to that, and we went to record, and then come to find out, because I didn't check any of the scores because I just trusted it. I didn't check it, and then I realized the main score was in 3/4 and all the other ones were in 6/8.
No.
So the grouping of the main one was different from what was on, so they couldn't read it. Like, of course, like the notes were correct and whatever, but everyone was just all over the place. It was so embarrassing. And just to rub salt into the injury, Mans really said to me, oh, I think you should have just kept it in 6/8. I'm like, oh my god,
damn. And
my life. My life, why is it like this? But I don't know, I haven't really had a lot of embarrassing moments, because I think personally I'm someone that likes to keep to themselves. If I know you, we talk, and I'm not really like going around to like put myself in any situation to be embarrassed.
Embarrassing. Are you embarrassed?
I think one embarrassing time it was on online class actually. Yeah. And basically I was in the gym and I had my girlfriend on one call, and then I had another class on another call. So I was like talking to my girlfriend or whatever, and then I went back to my class and I was, listening in, and by pure muscle memory I turned off the mic in that class and I was talking cute with my girlfriend, but it was in the class.
Oh no.
And then I was looking up, I was like, wait. Why is she not responding? And she's not saying anything. I'm like, wait. And I saw unmuted. I was like, oh my god. I muted that so quickly, and I just left the class.
Oh no.
I was like, sorry, my Wi-Fi is messing up. Sorry, sir. I'll join back in a bit. Oh my god.
That must be painful though.
But I think he was talking at the same time, so he didn't really
couldn't hear. Yeah.
But I was so like embarrassed. I was like, oh my god. I've exposed myself. I've exposed myself to my cuteness. What the hell? Nah, because that always like, I always be like talking to my girlfriend in a certain way.
Yeah, I feel like we talk to our significant others in a certain way.
Yeah, and then people like make fun of us. I'm like, where's your girlfriend, bro? I don't see you with the girl.
I don't see you with the girl.
I don't see you with the girl.
Yeah.
So one of the hosts have arrived. He's not actually doing it. Yeah, today, he's just taking pictures.
He literally came back from because I went and get coffee from him, with him, and he went to Rock and he was like, I'm gonna gobble down everything and I'm gonna run back.
And he's gonna run back, and now he's run back to take videos and pictures of us.
Very close up pictures, actually.
Close up. I bet it's zoomed in too. Where'd you get your coffee from?
E-Mart. It's those those Korean convenience store where they sell the packet coffee. Yeah,
I've actually never been there. To be honest, like my time being in Sunway, I haven't really explored or anything.
Where do you eat often? That's the thing.
128. I'm sorry.
I mean, fair enough. They do have a good, honestly, comparing 128 to Rock, 128 has better food than Rock. And the drinks, way cheaper.
Way cheaper.
Even by 80 cents, it's considered way cheaper for us.
But then the thing is that when you get food and the drink, you feel the expense more than if you were at 128 and you get food and a drink and you're just like, oh, it's
also
not that expensive.
At Rock Cafe, it's so hard to get the drinks because you'll be searching. You'll be searching around who do I actually call for? Because everybody's like, oh, call the guy in red, call the guy in green, and then we're just like, huh?
Because they're always busy either talking to someone or serving someone or cleaning off,
or they just don't look in your way. They're just I pretend I do not see, even though it's my job.
No, it's just they just don't want to see you. It's like, I'm busy right now, so I don't need to be looking at you. But I know my mom, she has this weird ability that anytime if she will just look at them and then have her hand up, they will always look around. I've never they will have their back turned and then she won't say anything and she'll just look at them, have her hand up, and it's like they sense it. They just turn around. They know. They just know that someone's to be served. They just turn around. And then I'm like, wait, how do you do that? Because every time I try it, they don't turn around. Yeah. Even in Rock. But I haven't really explored anywhere, especially places to eat. The farthest I've gone, SS15. SS15. That's it. I go SS15, get my haircut, come back home. That's it.
But SS15, there's not much to. I mean, there is quite a lot of restaurants and cafes, but
I think it's all towards one certain demographic. So
boba,
yeah.
Boba and coffee,
and then the Chinese restaurants.
And I think in SS15 there's fried chicken, Fall Boys, and then there's this new place where they serve fried chicken. I don't know what, but it looks pretty good. It's probably expensive. I don't have the budget.
Hey man, honestly, I just eat food for nutrition nowadays because you guys might not know me, but I'm a very big gym head. So when I eat my food, I'm just like, I wonder how much protein this has. I wonder how much carbs this has. So anytime I go out to eat, I'm not looking at the food and just saying, but it's more of a, what do you call it? What's the word when it's just in your head? you don't really think about it. I just got a brain fart. Subconscious,
Okay.
yes. It's just a subconscious thing that's in my head where I'm just like, okay, I shouldn't be eating things like that.
Yeah. I get what
I
you
should eat more of that. Like, there's a place in Rock called the Arabian Corner. They sell a hell of a lot of chicken versus rice, and then it's like relatively cheap. It's not the cheapest, but you can get half a chicken for 15 ringgit.
That's still considered cheap.
Yeah, with the bunch of rice and whatever you get, it's pretty good, you know? So I normally go there. All the gym guys, we all go there.
Just to get the half
just get the half chicken rice. Because, you know, hey man, that's half a chicken. That's
bulking.
That's 400 grams of chicken. That's around, you know, a couple tens of protein right there. So, you know, all the gym bros was like, yo, let me put you on, man. You have to go here so you can get the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really explored much because I live around the area. So, which area do you live in?
I live in like SS2, so it's about 15 to 20 minute drive from here.
Because I know you take the LRT.
Public transport,
Yeah. So, is that hard for you to come here if you take the public transport?
Not really, because like the nearest train stations. Like it's like a 5-minute drive from my house, which isn't too bad because like honestly the reason why I started taking public transport is I told my dad like I don't want you to waste petrol because recently I think like everyone's back on campus, so the jam is just crazy like ever since the semester started. So I'm just like I don't want you to be stuck in a jam for like 2 hours and then your petrol like goes down. Yeah,
because I know when you're in a jam, it really drains your petrol.
Yeah, I told him like I'd rather wait at the station for 2 hours than you waiting in the car for 2 hours to get to Sunway. So like it's fine, but it takes about because sometimes I don't know why, but the LRT is either like LRT and BRT. Like sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. The way they like control like how fast it goes, and like sometimes I might reach like 30 minutes or 45. Sometimes even like less than 30 minutes and I'm here already. Like
I remember I was walking to campus this one time and I was like, wait, is that Chloe?
Wait, was it the time where you called me?
I called you because I just wanted to mess with you. I would be like, yo, look behind you, man.
Yeah.
But you were rushing, so you didn't take the call. And I was like, oh yeah, she's probably rushing. Okay, I'll just let her go. Yo, y'all don't know, but this girl walked fast. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm trying to walk up. I'm trying to like outpace her. And I'm like, oh my god, this girl got places to be.
I gotta go for my class.
I was like, oh my god, this girl walking fast. I cannot catch up with her. So I was just like, she couldn't take the call. I was just like, oh, she got places to be. So I just let her go. She just walked off into the distance, and I'm just lightly strolling. Damn, she walking hella fast. Golly,
sprinting to class.
No, it wasn't even sprinting. It was like world record type like walking speed. She was like, there wasn't 2 feet leaving the floor, but she was going fast. I was like, oh my god, how can this little person walk so fast? How do you get the power from your legs?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Well, when there's a will, there's a way.
I mean, honestly, I used to be really active like in sports, but then like I think ever since COVID hit, like it kind of like.
What kind of sport do you do? Let me guess. Netball. No. What? Which one?
In primary school and high school, I used to play basketball.
Oh.
And badminton, but like I stopped at some point because I had like an injury from basketball.
Is it knee?
My shin.
Oh.
Like in like internal like inflammation.
From muscle or tendon?
I think it was the muscle, but I'm not sure.
Right.
And then I have like really loose ankles.
Oh, right.
So imagine me playing basketball with loose ankles.
But then you have like shoes for that. You can get like the ankle supporting shoes, right?
Yeah. But that was in primary school, you know. I didn't know anything. I'm
honestly,
just like, I'm a play.
I really thought you were like a netball girl. Nah. Basketball?
I prefer basketball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the same thing for me because people were like, oh, you know, you play basketball, right?
Nah.
No. Like I can, but I don't like it because I'm pretty tall.
Right.
And then people expect me to be like, yo,
hella
can
good.
dunk and whatever. And
Yeah.
Yo, I cannot dunk.
Yeah.
I can't. Like I can jump high.
Right.
but I can't dunk. So when people are like, oh, you know, how come you 6'3" for nothing, bro? I'm like, wow, really?
Can do something else.
It's like, so I started playing volleyball, and I really love playing volleyball. I haven't played it in a while though. Like, I do want to get
back into it.
Yeah, I want to get back into it, but I just feel like, you know, once I have one commitment, I'd rather just like stick to that. And then, because right now I'm already doing like two things. I'm already going to the gym, and I'm already doing Sun4U radio. So, and then I have assignments and all that, and then that in itself is hard enough to like juggle. Plus, with like, you know, sometimes I work.
That's true.
So it's hard, and I'm just like, you know, as long as I keep this, I'm fine. So.
As long as you're fine, maybe in the future you can like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I really want to get back into volleyball because I did have fun. I actually got an award for that.
Nice.
Yeah, what was it? Not most improved, but it was like I helped out a lot, and I was always there for.
Was this in high school?
Yeah, in high school, and then I got a lot of people involved. I booked us into competitions, even though we're kind of bad, but it was okay. It was okay because my serves were pretty good. When I learned how to like bend my service. Oh my God. It was so fun.
A good feeling.
It's such a good feeling when, you know, the whole team is scrambling to return the ball and they can't do it. And you're just like, yes,
like,
I've got it. Yeah, I can just bend the ball however I want. And it's so fun. Yeah. But I don't know, basketball is a bit too physical for me because I've always been, because, you know, I'm a big guy. So it's very hard for me, like it was hard for me back then to control the size.
Yeah, understandable.
Because basically I would contest the ball or whatever, and then all of a sudden people think I'm like trying to hit them. Like, no, I'm just trying to get the ball, man.
Yeah,
I'm just
understand.
I really am just trying to get the ball. Or like when I play football, they would normally put me in like defense. So when the strikers would come up against me, a lot of them would just like pussy out and just like kick the ball somewhere else because I don't want to go against this guy. And when I did rugby, same thing. So I just liked volleyball because there was that distance between two people, so I could be aggressive and no one could be like, oh, you touched me being aggressive. So it's like, just return the ball then, bro. It's not that hard.
But do you have like a favorite sport to watch?
I don't really follow sports. I don't really see how people can do it. Do you?
Only rugby.
Rugby.
That's about it.
Like, what kind of rugby? Is it like international rugby?
International, but I grew up around rugby because my parents go to like this like rugby like club, and basically every year there will be just like tournament. It's like an annual thing, and it's always with like Malaysian students and like international students team, and like also the what do you call it, international teams. So I'm always up to date with that because I go every year. But you know, with the whole rugby World Cup, I think that's about it, because like sometimes on TV there's like rugby leagues and I try to catch up with it, but it's hard when you don't have Astro. All you have is like Hip TV, like from Unify, so like there's literally nothing because like you have to pay for channels, and I'm just a bit like,
that's all changing now though, right? Because
streaming,
because you have streaming. I know, like my dad, we got the what do you call it, like the TV box thing. And then he literally like threw out Astro, because we have Astro in Brunei actually.
Okay.
But a lot of the things are just
Astro
restricted.
is something else. I remember my parents used to pay so much for Astro, and then like they're like, it's not worth it, like,
because once we started being able to watch YouTube
streaming
on the TV,
yeah.
Who needs Astro? I can watch whatever I want.
If you have Netflix on the TV, like,
honestly, my family was never really a Netflix. Like, I know my dad. Don't lock us up, but we do sometimes torrent the movies. So my dad would go on and be like,
I think everyone does.
I download this movie, let's watch it tonight or whatever. And with the rise of that, I don't think a lot of people have been like subscribing to Astro, because I keep seeing a lot of these ads, and I see the prices going lower, and
They're
lower.
just like,
It's like, come on, just spend a little money with us, please. And you're just like, oh, I have a TV box, man.
A lot of people are getting like TV boxes now, and it's like you pay like 400, 500 ringgit, and it's for a lifetime.
Yeah,
so
and then
you're
you just get
like,
all of the channels.
Yeah.
But then they do like illegally stream some of them.
yeah, of course, but like there's more variety.
Yeah, there's more
like,
variety. You can pick what you want.
There's UK channels, there's Taiwanese channels.
Yeah, because a lot of that stuff, like I know on Netflix, there's certain things that aren't available in certain countries, and you have to have like VPN to go by that. We aren't sponsored by VPN right now, but please do sponsor. Yeah, BetterNet.
Hit us up.
NordVPN. We're open for sponsorships.
Please. I beg of you.
We're open for sponsorships. So if you like what you're hearing, please do sponsor. Yes, hit us up. But sports wise, I don't really like follow sports. I did used to like follow Australian, AFL, Australian football.
Yeah.
I used to follow that for a while because my friends were into it. So I was like, yeah, let's get into it too. And didn't really like it. But then I started getting into American football. I like that a lot. After going to the US a couple of times, I was like, yo, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I always wanted to be like one of like the linemen because they looked so big and whatever. But I think that's the only thing I followed. I watched like 2 Super Bowls. And then after that, I kind of just stopped. Because I used to go for New York Giants. But after they lost Odell Beckham Jr., I kind of just like, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
So, but anyone can debate whatever they want about sports. I don't really care. It's kind of like futile to me. So I'm just like, why follow all that? I mean,
like, okay, I like watching sports, but like I don't like to get into
religiously
religiously, and like like there's people who are like, oh, I support this team, the other team sucks. Like,
no, that when I was in the UK, a lot of that used to happen.
Yeah, okay, honestly, it's not surprising that they do that, especially in pubs. Like when you
that's where like all of the fights and stuff would happen. I remember because when I lived in the UK, there used to be like a pub like down the street, and then anytime England,
football.
When there was World Cup 2008, I remember
Rugby.
I was at home, and then they had England was playing. I remember England was playing, and then they were showing it on the screen.
On the screen, yeah.
And then even though it was like maybe like 100, 200 meters away, when England scored, oh my God.
The scream.
You can hear, let's go, push, let's go. Oh my God. The big burly white man all gathered around. But it's actually funny. It's not a lot of actually like white men. It's actually really mixed when it was World Cup because everyone kind of congregated. And then they're like,
everybody came together and watched.
Just for England. But then when it's the European League where it's like you have like Arsenal, Liverpool, all those people.
Yeah.
Then that's where the divide starts.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it happens here as well, but like I don't know. I don't like going to like.
Wait, I want to ask. Do you know match attacks? Did Malaysia ever have like match attacks?
What's that?
It's basically like this card game that you would have, and then
do you buy those like packs?
Yeah, little packs.
I think they have it here. I remember like when I was younger, whenever I go to 7-Eleven, they would be selling those like packs.
And then they had what's that other one? Moshi Monsters. Do you remember that?
I think I remember that.
Yeah. I remember they had like cards and all that, and so for the football stuff, we had the cards and we would trade them. But then
it's just like Pokemon.
It's like Pokemon, yeah. We would definitely like trade them, and then when like a team would win, it's like the price would go up. So we don't pay with money, but we would just be like, all right, if you want this guy, you're gonna have to give me 2 of these. I want him and him. Nah, you can't get him. And I'm like,
trading.
Nah, but I want him. So you gotta give me him if you want him. I remember
fun
that.
times.
It was so fun. But the thing is, it was actually supposed to be like a game. So you'd actually like put them together and then play it. But no one played it.
Everybody just trade.
We just trade and then collect. We never like played it. But yeah, I remember times in the UK when we would play like match attacks and all that. Oh my god, I'm just remembering a bunch of things that I didn't.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. This is what happens when we enter the recording booth. You just remember things.
You just remember things. I remember I used to be like one hell of a rascal back in when I was in like primary years. So like year 1 to 4, I used to piss off all of my teachers, man. All of my teachers. And then even when I went to Brunei, and then I think a lot of it was just maybe like, personally, I felt like I wanted to be liked so much, so I would do a bunch of like weird crap to get people to like me, but then it would get me in trouble.
It just backfired.
Backfired, right? And then I would be like, I think when I hit like around like year 7 or 8, I'm just like, why do I do this to myself? Because I just keep, I just keep getting in trouble. Nate, why you do this? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Just don't know.
I just don't know. Why did I do it? I have no clue. I just did it. It seemed funny, right?
Guess not.
I guess not, because I was always the one. Nathaniel, can you come outside for a second, please? I've heard that blah blah blah. Brother, yeah, that happened to. Were you like that as a kid?
No, not really. Okay, but in primary school, here's the thing, like there's so much homework, like especially if you go to like, I wouldn't say like government school, but because it was more like a Mandarin, like Chinese school. So I went there for 6 years, and there's just like, I don't know whether it's the system, whatever, but
there's homework every night,
every
right?
day, like there is homework, and like I remember my list would pile up to like 8 or 9 homework that's due like by the next 2 days, and like sometimes when I just leave it out, like I don't want to do this, and when I remember in primary school where like you have to hand up, like there would be like, the biggest class I was in was like 40 people, so like you have to like queue up to like hand up your your hand in your homework, and the teacher will like, and like everyone has to queue up. She does not care, he or she does not care whether you've done it or not, but you have to open it and show her, and then
open the book,
and then like then she only take your name, and then like if you don't, she just takes that cane and just whack your hand. For the questions that, how many questions did not do,
really?
That happened to me a lot of times in primary school.
Is it like because before I went to my international school, I went to like, it's called like an international school because they like accept international
students,
kids, but I still felt like it was like a local school. But I went to when I just landed in Brunei, I went to that school, and then I was so like weirded out because I'm like, wait, why are we getting homework every night? Like every night we have to do questions or whatever.
Like it's an Asian thing where like
maybe it is, because when like in the Western kind of like culture for homework, it's normally like you get like 2 or 3 days to do it. Yeah. Because that's how they set it out. So okay, you get homework on Thursday, you're expected to bring it in on Monday. If you get it on Tuesday, you expect to bring it on Friday or something. Yeah, like that. Yeah. But then in like, in the Asian system, nah, man. Next day.
Tomorrow. It's due tomorrow or 2 days.
And you're just like, wait, how am I gonna do like 4 sets of math questions?
Math questions, science, and then sometimes you have an essay you have to write, like
creative writing and all that.
Like that.
All I know is that my math book, because we use those, the Singapore
is it like checkered, like boxes or like the lined?
It's like a workbook, like the Singaporean like workbook for some like the math, the English. So for the math, I know my book was just like, the print was all over the place because I would like routinely just cry on my pages. Because I'm like, this is due tomorrow, and then like the things would be smudged, and then my teacher would be like, why is it smudged? Yeah, because you use like pencil or whatever, and then it's like kind of rubbed out. Yeah, or like when what I'd do, like if there's like a teardrop, and then I'll like rub it, and then I'll like rub through the paper and like make a little hole. Yeah. It's like, what is this? Like, oh, I spilled a drink or whatever. But I was just crying. I was just crying on it because I think for me, going from an international, like, because I used to live in the UK, so going from that system
to the Asian,
and then to the Asian system, it was so hard for me. Yeah, it was so hard because like one thing is that I was in year 4 when I left the UK, but then I got moved down 2 years, so I was like back in year 2. and I was like the biggest kid amongst all of these like, you know, all these Asian kids, and you know, they're cool kids, and then a lot of the things like they just didn't understand, like, oh, you know, he's from a different country, or whatever. So I was just treated as like a medallion, just like, oh, where did he come from? You know, like the amount of things that's happened to me in that time. Like I look back on it and it's kind of funny. Like back then I was bald, so I didn't have like any hair, and they used to call me Botak boy.
Oh my god.
They were like, oi, Botak boy. Oh, Botak boy. But then I didn't know Malay.
So I didn't know.
I thought it was like my pet name.
Oh.
So they're like, oi, Botak boy. And then I'll dap them up. What's up, man? What's up, bro? Hey. And then they would look so confused at me because they're like, you're making fun of me, right?
Yeah. They're like, damn, this guy's accepting it.
I know. So at that point, they kind of just like phase it out because they're like, oi, Botak boy. Oh, what's up, man? What's up?
Dab me up,
right? And then I remember one of my friends, like in the compound, because I lived in a compound, I told him, yo, you know, they be calling me Botak boy at school. And he's like, what? Botak boy. You know what that means, right? I'm like, what does it mean? They're calling you bald. Oh, really?
Oh man.
I was like, damn.
That realization.
They really were just making fun of me. That's crazy.
It's okay. I mean, they probably be like, damn, this guy's accepting his faith.
Yeah. No, because it was just funny because they'll be like.
It's funny to think about it now, but as a kid, you're probably like, damn, they've been making fun of me.
They were making fun of me. It's like actually saying, hey, what's up, boy? I was like, yo, what's up, man? Dab them up.
I feel like if it happens in uni now, it's just like we'll just laugh it off.
Yeah, we'll just laugh it off, definitely. But like as a kid, and as like a international student, I've never been to Asia. Like I didn't even know Brunei existed. Because actually, what was funny is because on the job application for my dad, they actually said that we're going to Singapore.
Oh, okay.
So we thought we were going to Singapore, and then like 2 months before, when you started booking the flight and everything, oh, you're actually going to Brunei. I'm just like, huh? Literally, we're just like, wait, what?
What?
We're going to Brunei? Where's Brunei?
Singapore to Brunei?
Yeah, and then back in like 2010, we didn't. There wasn't like Google and whatnot. So I remember my mom was like researching about Brunei. There's this one thing that said in Brunei you can't wear the color yellow. Because it's a royal color. So my mom thought it was like illegal to wear yellow. So she started selling all of her yellow clothes.
No.
Then when we got here, and then we met some of the people, and they're just like, no, they're just saying that,
just for the sake of it.
It's just meant for, the royals. The royals wear yellow, but it doesn't mean you can't wear yellow. And she's like, oh my god,
not my yellow
stuff. Because ever since that, she's always been saying, oh, I used to have this blouse. It looks so nice, but I sold it
because it was yellow.
It was yellow. And it was at that time when Google didn't really have a lot.
Yeah.
And there was like only a select few pages and whatever. But
just reading the chat, Izzy says, time to change your contact name to Botak.
Botak boy. Oh.
Hey, you're not Botak now.
Not Botak anymore. I think I've been traumatized by that. I was just like, no, I want to grow my hair because no more Botak. But yeah, that was crazy times.
I know Brunei that you can't like play poker. There's no alcohol and things like that.
Yeah, well, people just
I know people still do it,
but because you can still like bring alcohol back with you from Miri, but you can't like openly drink it, or there's no bars.
Because back in the 90s, where my mom was traveling from this, I think she, like, her and her girlfriends were like traveling to like Sydney or something, and they had a layover in like Brunei. And like they have poker decks on them, so when they're bored, they would just like whip out the cards and just play. And because like it was their first time in Brunei, just for a layover, and they whipped out the cards and they were playing. And she told me like these police officers came up to us and say you can't do that.
No, like even
she was so scared, she was so confused. Like, wait, what did I do wrong?
Yeah. There's this channel, this YouTube channel. Basically, this guy goes around every country, and he busks. So he plays his acoustic guitar and he plays or whatever. So he's been doing that every country. Then he got to Brunei. and then he didn't know that you can't busk in Brunei.
You can't?
You can't busk.
Oh, okay.
So he was outside the main mosque.
Oh my goodness.
Like the Bruneians like treasured the mosque, the main the main Sultan Haji Bolkiah Mosque. And then he was busking outside there.
Did he get arrested?
He got arrested.
Oh no.
But there's a video footage of him and whatever, and they were like taking him away. But the police were like super nice about it. They're like, oh, yeah, okay, we know you didn't know, but he got deported and everything. But then before they deported him, they were like, can you play us another song? And he's just there in the police station, and all of them he's just busking. Like, everyone's just like using their phone, just videoing. I'm like, oh my god!
I love that.
And then a bunch of the comments were like, although he couldn't bust, I'm glad that he had a good experience in Brunei because a lot of these like what do you call it? YouTubers, they go to Brunei and it's like, is Brunei really what people think it is?
Yeah.
Because especially with like certain laws that were passed, a lot of people had like a lot of misconceptions about like what happened in Brunei and what's happening there. And then people just go there just to see how it was. I remember there was a Korean like reality show that was like that went there. I remember that was a huge hit in Brunei because everyone's like, "Oh, Brunei, we're getting noticed around like different countries."
Yeah.
Because Brunei is so unknown. People don't really know. Even people in Malaysia. I'm like, I used to live in Brunei, and they're just like, "Where's that?" I'm like,
"Girl,
you don't know where you know where Sarawak is, right?"
Yeah, it's 2 hours away.
Do you know where Borneo is, right? Yeah.
You know where Miri
You know where Miri is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. It's like right next to it. Okay, Brunei. Oh, so what do they have there? You know what I miss though from Brunei?
What?
Nasi katok.
You know what? Like Chan and his sister keep telling me nasi katok.
Have you ever tried it?
No, because I've never been to Brunei, and I'm
You've
like,
never been to Brunei.
I'm probably gonna go like Chinese New Year, but see how, because like
you need to go to Brunei.
Internship is next year, so I'm just like,
when you go, you'll see what I mean when Brunei is like a very slow-paced Malaysia, because even here, like I'm in the you'll be in the, what do you call it, the traffic and whatever. They don't really have traffic in Brunei. If they have traffic, it's like slowly moving.
I've seen because like when Chan was back in Brunei, he told me he basically, his dad was driving and he like recorded like a video for me like off the road or something. I'm like, why does it like
it's just so traffic? Calm and whatever.
It's like, damn.
Yeah, everyone's just chilling, but there's no one like if there's people speeding, they just do it in the right lane, in the left lane. No one has any rush.
It's
but then
calm.
sometimes there's no rush. So when you're in the rush, then people around you are just like, oh my god, move out the way.
Like, move
out the way, because
here is way more chaotic than that.
Honestly, you know what I think? Personally, I think that in Malaysia, you guys accelerate harder than Brunei.
Oh.
I think Bruneians drive faster, but don't accelerate as fast.
I mean,
because for you guys, you have to like squeeze into spots really quick.
Yeah.
You have to like merge over, because if you don't, then you're pretty much going to
be stuck there.
You're gonna be stuck, right?
Yeah.
So, but in Brunei, people can just take their time. If the light turns green, after like maybe 2, 3, 4 seconds, then they'll move off. In Malaysia,
nah, man. The yellow light.
2, 3, 4 seconds, you have people.
Yeah, everybody's just in a rush.
Yeah, everyone's in a rush, right? So that's why I say I feel like it's in Malaysia, people accelerate faster, but then Brunei, people drive faster. Like at top speed, I've seen people like 160,
damn,
140. I remember one time I was late for work, and what do you call it? I was driving my dad's truck, and then I was driving 120, right? That was already 20 over the speed limit. I was like, yo, I don't want to get pulled over. Well, people don't really pull over, but
just in case,
I didn't want. And then I saw in my rearview mirror, there's like 4 cars like tailgating me. I'm like, oh my god,
I'm slow.
I'm the slow one here. I move over into the left lane, and then there's like, they just zip past me, zoom, 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 zoom. I'm like, am I in F1 right now? Like, since when was I Lewis Hamilton? Because the way the way that people be speeding past.
Yeah. Damien say my V is legend. Yes.
Wow.
Small car.
You know, they don't actually have like my V's or whatever. But anytime there's like a Malaysian car,
yeah.
it's so obvious. Like, it's so easy to point them out. Oh, a Malaysian plate. Because like even the way guys like letter and whatever, because we start from, so it's AAA and then we go up. So AAB, AAC, and then now we're at BA like Z or something.
Because I know like if it's from Muri, it's like from like Sabah and Sarawak, it's like S.
Yeah, it's a SA something, right?
Yeah, so
that's how
you know if they're East Malaysian.
So you know where the car's from. So it's very like obvious when you see it, especially if it's like a Proton, because they don't really have Proton in like in Brunei. But if you see a Proton with like, you know, Malaysian tag, these people are probably from Mary. But yeah, whoa, we already did what, 1 hour, 8 minutes?
Did we start the stream like a bit earlier for
I think
music?
it was just like 15 minutes.
It's fine.
It was like 15 minutes.
But because like my internship starts in January, and like Chinese New Year is like end of January, so I'm just a bit like I don't know whether I'm gonna get days off or not, because you know it's like company policy. Like who knows, like probably 3 days off. That's about it. That's why like I actually plan to go to Brunei for like Chinese New Year.
You should. I definitely think you should.
But I'm just like, when am I actually getting off days from my internship?
Well, I hope Chan's also there. So
he's going back. Him and his sister's like leaving sometime in like probably like the third week of January.
Wow, man, sign up all, bro.
Then I'm supposed to like, so basically for Chinese New Year, like I would say the first day, like the eve, the actual like day for Chinese New Year, and like the first 4 days basically, it's usually like for family. So like even my mom's just like, if you want to go Brunei, like don't go in like the first 4 days, because like just
there's not gonna be any.
No, it's for family.
Family only.
So like,
so you're not gonna have a lot to like go to.
Yeah, so she's just like, if you want to go, just go like on the 5th day onwards. I'm like, okay.
I think that's one thing I do miss about like being like a tiny boy, going to was it the open houses and all that, and then getting
you get the ang pao.
Wow.
Still get it now though.
But then it's not as much as before, because now you only get like, you know, $2 or $5. Like on a good occasion you might get like a 10 Brunei dollar.
Yeah.
But then before, I remember one time I got 20. I was like, yeah. And then you go to like maybe like 7 or 8. And you just go, oh man.
But Bruneian dollars to Malaysian ringgit is like
1 to 3.
1 to 3. Okay, fair enough.
I think now it's like 2.99. But I've run really good at like converting now from Malaysia to Brunei, and then Malaysia to Philippine peso, because my girlfriend's in the Philippines. So I know it's 1 ringgit is to 11 pesos, but now I just do it like in my head. I just do 10, so 1 to 10s. So if I have like 50 ringgit, it's probably around like 570, 80.
No.
So that's what I do. But yeah, I really do miss like Chinese New Year, getting the ang pao, and then I have like this little red shirt, because you know how like
you have wear
the, you know, traditional like clothing. I don't have the traditional clothing,
but you just wear.
But I just wear a red shirt with like, you know, that says Gong Si Fa Cai.
No way.
Yeah, legit. And then I remember one year, maybe like 4 years ago, our family just got like the same T-shirt as like Gong Si Fa Chai, and then this huge like Chinese character. We didn't even know what it said, but it was just like, you know, Chinese.
It probably say like Fu, which is like what do you call it, like prosperity.
What does Gong Si Fa Chai mean? Doesn't it mean like
Gong Si Fa Chai means like Happy Chinese New Year, like. It's like a wish.
I remember I saw this comedy sketch by this Asian comedian, and then he said like it meant hope you get rich.
Yeah, I mean like it's like in a way it's like when you see someone during Chinese New Year, you say 恭喜发财. So if you translate 恭喜means congratulations, 发财 means get rich. So what it's kind of like
hope you get rich.
How you get rich? Yeah, congrats.
Congratulations for getting rich.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah.
wow.
Not now, but maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future, because you might be broke right now. But hey, all I'm saying, being an international student at the end of the month, you hella broke. I really like envy people that say, oh, I get to go back home to my mom, and oh, my mom's cooking me dinner. I'm like,
damn, must be nice.
It's so nice for you, man.
Yeah.
You get to go home, and then for me, I either cook or I go to mama.
Hey, mama's doing.
Okay, but Shaz or which other one have you been to?
Anwar Maju.
Anwar Maju. Okay, which one?
Anwar Maju.
Anwar Maju?
Yeah.
I would say Anwar Maju on ordering food, but Shaz for Nasi Kandar. You don't like that Nasi Kandar?
No. Shah's Nasi Kandar is great. But like if you're talking about like the naan, the tose, the bread, like roti and everything, Anwar Maju. Because they do it better.
I know when we're having practices for one of our
AM?
I think it was an AM or performance. I think it was the Three Little Arts. We kept going to, like my band, we kept going to ABC. You know ABC?
The
ABC
bistro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the bistro.
yeah.
And we would just go there. I think that's just like our regular spot now. Because I can't find anywhere that kind of like tops that. Because I think they have a good balance of like Nasi Kandar. And then like the ordering the menu, so like the roti and all that. I think that one's nice.
I don't know, man. Like, I realized like lately, the only time I go to like mama is when I go out for drinks.
Go out for drinks?
Yeah, like pre drinks and after drinks, it's always mama. Just gotta have mama.
Honestly, I only just go mama because I stay at school late and I'm just like, well, everywhere else is closed. So
mama it is.
Mama, we just go. All right, let's go. But I like as an international student, one thing I found is like a little hack. If you order from Anwar Maju, I just get like their chicken and it's like 5 ringgit. And then I buy a bunch of it and then I use Food Panda's code Pesta Panda, get 40-50% off. So I pay like 15 ringgit with free delivery.
Smart.
And then I get the chicken, then I can cook the rice and the veg at home. So it works out cheaper.
Stonks.
I was like, yeah. Ever since I've been doing that, I'm just like, yeah, I know how to save money. I know how to save money.
But would you say, do you like cook at home often, like, or you eat out more often than that? Like, ever since you came to like Malaysia?
Ever since I came to Malaysia, I would say I've been like cooking more, but the more I like hang out with people, the more I eat out. Because even yesterday, I was stuck at home doing assignments, and then I just got to call my phone. My friend Alfred, hey, don't even say anything. Don't say nothing.
I'm on my way.
5 minutes. Get ready. Where are we going? Shut up. Just get ready. Right? So I got ready, wait downstairs. These guys pull up in their car. Beep, beep, beep. I get in. Where are we going? ABC. Okay, so we went to ABC, Makan, then we just go back home. Yeah. It's just like that. But since I like hang out with like my friends more, because I think when I just started, I didn't really know a lot of people, and I would still say I don't know a lot of people, but I'm okay with the people that I know.
Yeah.
And then they'll just be like, oh, what you doing later? Are you gonna go eat? Or even if like I'm at the gym, and then after we finish gym,
go makan.
Let's go eat. Let's go eat. 1 to 8, blah blah blah, like that. And then in that sense, I'll eat out more. But
yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure which one is more expensive, to be honest.
Depends where you eat.
Yeah, true.
I feel like, of course, like cooking at home is gonna save you like a lot, because you probably spend like 50-60 ringgit on groceries, and that probably lasts you like a couple of days. Like if it's actually like with like meat and like vegetables, it probably lasts you for like maybe like 3-4 days. And eating out, if you're eating out every day, it's gonna be about the same price or even more expensive, depending on what you eat.
But if you know where to go and you know the people that get the right food,
then it's worth it.
Then it's worth it, because once you know where to go, and you'd be like, nah, that's expensive. Because I remember when I just came here, I thought, yo, who the hell is cheap around here, man? God.
Nah.
Because what I would do is that everything I saw, if something was like 12 ringgit, I'll just divide by 3 and be like,
Damn, it's cheap.
okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah, I could probably get that. But then once you start like spending and whatever, and then you realize at the end of the month, and you're just like, you look at your MAE, and then your MAE staring back at you, and you're just like,
see what you did.
you looking kind of empty there, bro, huh? You looking kind of empty, and then looking back, why you spend me, bro? Why did you spend all of me?
Because it feels like sometimes even for me, like any meal that's lesser than like 30 ringgit, that's already like maybe 20 something before it reached 30, it's considered cheap because like you can't really get a decent meal for like 10 ringgit anymore. Like
I do find that, because that's the beautiful thing about like nasi kotak.
Yeah.
Nasi kotak is like a flat rate all over Brunei.
How much?
$1. So that's like 3 ringgit.
Yo.
So you get chicken, rice, and then sambal. Right, it's a flat rate. I remember there was someone that was trying to sell nasi kotak for 2 ringgit.
Everybody just like went
Public outrage.
Oh.
Literal public outrage.
Protest.
Everyone was commenting on the Instagram, yo, this is so expensive. You know,
how is it $2?
why is it $2? This is our national pride. Why are you ruining our national pride? But then it's just a flat rate of just 3 ringgit all the time. Maybe 4 ringgit somewhere. But it's always 3 ringgit. So not being able to get that here.
Yeah, I can tell you that like back in primary school, I could eat a meal with only 2 ringgit.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I remember this, like they would sell like packet nasi lemak for like 80 cents. Yeah, that was like 2007, 2008.
Wow.
And then like you can get a bowl of like curry noodles for like 120.
They like used cents a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now
just like 8 ringgit,
8 ringgit,
9
flat
ringgit,
rate.
10 ringgit. That's all. No more 1 ringgit stuff.
I remember when I think it was like my third month in third month in Malaysia, and at that point I had exhausted all of my money. I was trying to save as much as I could, and then there's a place right outside my residence called Food Hub. I went there, and then they were selling. I was looking for the cheapest thing. The cheapest thing they had was 5 ringgit. I was like, okay, 5 ringgit. What am I gonna get?
What was it?
Bowl of rice, bowl of soup, 1 egg.
Damn, that's kind of sad.
It was so depressing. It was so depressing. I was just like, wow. So this is what I'm gonna be eating. That's crazy. And that was the cheapest thing they had there. I don't know where else I could have gotten anything cheaper. So anyone listening, if you know any cheap food, please let me know.
Yeah, let him know.
Right? Just go to our Instagram. Follow.
Around Sunway, Subang area, please.
Subang area, you tell me where is the cheapest place.
Honestly, like I feel like, okay, like eating in KL would be definitely way more expensive because it's a city. Even going to like kopitiam, like the cafes and things like that, it's so expensive. But if it's like PJ, Subang, it's still slightly cheaper than KL, but it's still pricey. Then if you go to Ipoh, it's like you can get like fish rice for like 11 ringgit. Yeah, some places it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because a lot of people have been like, you know, when I say like, oh, you know, it's like expensive or whatever, it's just like, well, you know, it's cheap for Sunway area. I'm just like, well, I can't go anywhere other than Sunway area.
Honestly, yeah, it is like cheap for considered like food that we have here is cheap for Sunway area.
Like comparing it to like, I don't know, Gordon Ramsay.
Nah, of course not, man.
Of course, it's gonna be cheap. Have you like ever been there?
No, I don't have the money to go there, man.
What kind of money do you need to be going there?
I don't know.
Because I've heard it's expensive, but it can't be that expensive.
Your bill can probably come up to 1,000. I'd rather cook steak at home.
Yeah.
Get a good Wagyu steak.
I could get
for 100 ringgit.
Like Wellington, you know,
just make it yourself.
Make it myself. But I think it's just the novelty of Gordon Ramsay.
Wow. Yeah, his name. I mean, like, okay, like, my dad has this saying, like, you never try, you never know. Like, at least you try once. But if you don't have that kind of money, I wouldn't want to do that.
But yeah, I wouldn't see myself like spending.
Unless there's just like an extra like 1,000 ringgit sitting there,
No.
I would probably buy something else.
No, if money fell from the sky
Of course,
and 1 million ringgit just boom in my lap,
we'll just go.
what would the first thing I would do? Not go to Gordon Ramsay.
No, not go to Gordon Ramsay.
Not
Probably
Gordon-
invest in our careers.
Yeah, no, I would just
Get equipment.
just get equipment, and then
Monitors.
probably like buy a house, and then you rent it. You put
Hey.
it on real estate. You make some passive income. Then when I have passive income, I'll maybe spend 50 ringgit.
Which reminds me, the whole like buying a property and renting it out. I remember one of my classes like a couple of weeks ago, the lecturer was like, "Where do you see yourself in 10 years?" And then this girl was like, renting houses, like be a landlord. I'm like, hey,
That's actually
Hey.
something. I know, like that's a big thing in like Malaysia, where they take like some of the old houses and then they refurbish them.
yeah. Usually they would. A lot of people invest in like properties, like whether it's like a house or even just a land or a shop lot. So like you rent it out to people who want to do business or want to
Yeah.
stay, and like you actually get a good side income.
Yeah, because
Where you don't need to do
you don't
anything,
have
but
to do anything,
just
but
renting
just
it out.
Rent it and then upkeep it sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. I think that's like a solid thing to do. But I wouldn't, get my pay and be like, you know what, I'm a line Gordon Ramsay pockets right now. I'm gonna just use all
Man
my
is
hard-earned.
wealthy enough, man.
Oh, he got money.
Yeah.
He got money.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to be at that kind of level, kind of money, because if you have that kind of money, you have that many problems.
True.
So, I don't know. More money, more problems. That's what they say, right? But anyway, anyone in the chat? Damien, only my V is legend.
Yes. Wow. Myvi and Kanchil. Kanchil is a small little car.
Oh yeah.
This tiniest car, and like I wouldn't say the tiniest car, but like what Malaysia has. And then like at some point before, like I haven't gotten my license yet, and then my dad's like, you should get a Kanchil so you can park in small spaces. I'm like,
Well,
if I drive a big car and I don't know how to park, I am screwed. So get me a big car.
no, like for me, when I started driving my dad's truck. And I've always loved trucks, but when I would drive that, and then it had a reverse camera. So I always used the reverse camera, but when my dad took it out because it was faulty, I never realized how much I
relied on it. Yeah.
on it. Because I'll be like, wait,
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Even my dad's like pointing out, he's just like, oh, your new generations is using the cameras behind. You guys don't
But it's
even
more convenient.
you guys don't even try and look and reverse. Fair enough,
Like,
when
you're supposed to look, but then for proximity's sake.
yeah, of course, rely on the camera because
rely on the camera.
the technology is there
And it's like-
for a reason.
And then there's like a constant feedback. Oh, I can see where I am. I can back up. I can see where I am. It's not like the beeping. Like the beeping's okay, but not having anything. The amount of times that my dad has squeezed the back of that truck because he's like went back too far. And he's like, "Don't."
Oh.
Well, I guess that's the end. That's as far as it goes. And you go back, and then the bumper is just dented. And it's like, oh, okay.
I mean, imagine like people driving without that, like before it even existed. Like how my dad like does not drive with the back cam.
Nah, like
So, like,
because I did my my what do you call it?
drivers.
My driver's test in like a pretty updated Suzuki Swift. And then,
Okay.
And then they had the camera. It was so hard to like not do like my my parallel parking. You're looking and you just looking at the camera like that.
Hey.
Because she said don't use the camera. I'm like okay.
But you're just like-
I'm just like wincing over it.
Just little sneak.
Let me just see if I'm lined up properly, Then I have the lineup.
Yeah.
Like, so I can see if I'm lined up, wherever.
Do you? I mean, I'm not sure. You did it in Brunei, right? Is there like an option for manual and like automatic?
No, you only get manual.
Oh damn. Okay.
But
I have the option here of manual or
I don't know.
auto.
For me, I like manual, but I know there's a bunch of people who can be like, oh well, you're just one of those snobby people that just.
Nah, like the thing is like I'm taking manual because my dad wants me to, which is fair enough because we have a manual car at home and an automatic one. But my mom, she had her license in the States, so when she came back, she did not know how to drive a manual. And when my dad is like, when there's emergency and there's no automatic car, you need to know how to drive a manual, you know, just in case. I'm like, fair enough.
Man, I remember when I did mine, and then my dad was kind of like training me before, and I kept stalling the car. You know how they always make the joke about, like, you know, you're fixing something and your dad's like, hold the light in the right direction kind of thing. That was my dad, but for driving. He was like, okay, hill start. You leave it on the clutch a bit and you put up the gas. You have to get the gas to a point where you feel it bite. Do you feel the bite? I'm like, no. I'm like, how do you not feel a bite? Okay, put it on. Okay, and then you slowly come off the clutch.
And then
the bite.
Gear.
And I was like, do you feel the bite?
No.
I'm like, no. It's like, I just felt it. I'm like, no, I don't feel it. I don't. It's like, you have to feel the bite. So when I was like, you know, put the handbrake down and I'll power up and be like,
but do you have like a driving instructor that taught you how to drive as well?
But then by that time, my dad pretty much taught me. But then the thing is that this lady, the way that she teaches you how to shift, it's like,
I'm getting a female instructor too, so I'm just a bit
really.
Like, I'm a bit like, I haven't got to the point where like I'm learning from her, because like I told my dad, hey, you need to teach me where is the accelerator, where's the brake, and how do I
like
shift
at
the
first,
gear.
I will say the female instructors, they are very nice at first, but when
so bad,
but then they get really
I know,
like,
I can tell.
and because my one, she was like, when it touches number 2 or number 1 or whatever, you shift the gear. But then I learned that you just listen to the engine.
Yeah.
When you hear the engine, you can switch it.
Yeah.
Right? And then like I know that if I do it like at 1, I'm going to like do it a bit under and it's gonna jerk. So I'm just like, I can do it a bit later. And she's like, no, switch now. I'm like, but I'm not. It's not struggling yet. It's gonna jump. You switch now. I switch it. Don't. It's like, it's gonna jump, bro.
Yeah. No, because my dad's like, he doesn't drive his like car, like his manual car anymore, so it's just there because we need to fix it up before like driving. And then whenever I'm in that car, I'm like, how do you know when to shift gear? He's just like, you can feel it. You can feel it. You can hear it.
It's I honestly would say, like, you know, it's when you hear it first, when like you're just learning, you don't get it.
Yeah.
But once you start driving, because like anytime like my girlfriend's in the car with me and I'm driving her, she's like, how do you like know? I'm just like,
you know.
I just know.
You just know.
And then it feels so good when you have a smooth shift and it doesn't jump or anything. It just, you just catch it right
right on
perfect.
time. Yeah, it's like,
and it just slowly just shifts and you're just like, yes. Especially when do you know how to downshift?
No.
Oh, you don't know how to downshift, so basically it's like,
I haven't even sat in the driver's.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
You learned that first.
The thing is, like, I have to take the theory stuff first, so I'm still taking it, and I have to do the tests. So when I get my L, then only I take the lessons from the driving instructor. But my dad's like, I'm like, hey dad, like, you need to teach me how to drive.
In Brunei, you do it at like the same time, so you do the lessons and the like.
No, it's different here.
Oh my god, the theory is so horrible in Brunei because the thing is I think they just use Google Translate and they translate. So it's like, it's the most weird English ever. And you're just like, what are they trying to say? Like, okay, I get you're trying to say right away, but like, why did you use grammar like this? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. But hey, anyway, that's
I feel like we can do an episode on cars and driving here. Yeah. Like driving in Malaysia and Brunei.
It'd be like that sometimes. You just be talking. Anyway, I think that's it for us today.
I just realized we had no music breaks for this. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I think like we had a lot to talk about. And
no, you guys will get a music break after we finish talking, so you can listen to music after. Okay, so we'll still give you your music. Don't worry. But yeah, we've been talking for maybe like 50 minutes straight.
That's great. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. There will be an episode this Friday, so stay tuned for that, for the announcement. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.